We are the Sisters Brothers. We're good at what we do.
Charlie!
Get away! Get away! Oh, tainted love.
Hello everyone, my name is Don, the movie reviewer, and today we are going to be talking about The Sisters Brothers. The Sisters Brothers is a Western. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, John C. Reilly, Joaquin Phoenix, and Riz Ahmed. A stellar cast in this movie. It's about the Sisters Brothers, John C. Reilly and Joaquin Phoenix, who work for this man named the Commodore. And the Commodore wants the Sisters Brothers to capture and torture Riz Ahmed, while at the same time, Jake Gyllenhaal works for the Commodore, and he is traveling with Riz Ahmed to hold him hostage until the Sisters Brothers show up. Now, while all of this is taking place, we have John C. Reilly and Joaquin Phoenix traveling, getting into shenanigans, and there are a few sequences or a few moments in here that are kind of baffling to me, where something will happen to like John C. Reilly's character, and at the moment it's pretty funny, but then it's also kind of devastating because, you know, something's wrong with him, like something happens to John C. Reilly. But then it doesn't mean anything later in the movie, so it's like they're just getting into like situations that don't mean anything later. And they have these little spats back and forth where they're arguing about certain things. And to me, it just doesn't mean anything to me. It's just like the movie's treading along and it doesn't have a real like grounded story. It's just, here's this situation with these individuals and go from there. It doesn't, to me, this movie doesn't have a concrete story that continuously keeps me engaged. The movie's entertaining because I would say that the midpoint to the end of the movie is the best part, because there's a situation that happens that is very horrifying, and it happens to these four characters here. And, you know, someone fucks up the situation for everybody else, and it's like, you dumbass, like, why did you do that, you greedy bastard? And then it causes a chain of events to happen that is very heartbreaking, and it feels real, and it's intense. And I would say by the very end of the movie, it is a bit heartwarming, but I just don't care really. It's not that the movie is, I'm not saying that the movie isn't good. The movie is, I would say, this movie's pretty good. This movie's pretty good because of the performances that all of these actors deliver. The story is engaging enough to hold my attention because of the way the actors play off of each other. This movie has a very gritty tone to it. There's a very gritty tone to it, even though I would say that there is a lot of violence, but then there's also a minimal amount of violence, because they don't necessarily show, like, you don't see sequences where people get shot in the chest and the squibs are coming out and you're shot all over the place. You witness the aftermath, like when someone gets shot in the face, we don't see blood just splat out. We just see, oh, they got shot, they fall down, and then there's an after effect of the blood, and it's like, okay. This is just your basic, typical story, and the story, there is really no story here. It's just a couple of people who get into situations, and they meet each other, and stuff happens, and it flies by, and it means nothing later on by the end, and by the end, it's like, okay, whatever. It was pretty entertaining. I would say for myself that, you know, I don't love this movie. I don't hate this movie. It's better than okay. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I would say that, on a Sunday morning, I'm in my underwear with no shirt on and no shoes and socks, and I'm bored and I got nothing to do, and I'm eating a bowl of cereal, and I turn on the television and the Sister Brothers is on, I'll watch it, because I'm like, it's a pretty good movie. But if it's on a day where I'm like, hey, yo, I'm looking for something interesting to watch on a Saturday night that I want all my friends to see and we're drinking, I wouldn't watch the Sisters Brothers. I'd rather watch something else. So that's how I feel about it. It's a pretty good movie. That's all I have to say. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.